My first instinct as a writer, especially as a writer who's always been interested in language and kind of being experimental with language, was, okay, I'm going to get inside the brain of somebody with aphasia. I'm going to represent that experience. And I realised quite slowly while I was trying to write it, while I was doing the research, that that's kind of impossible to do and also not really my place. It starts off being a novel about the adventure of being in Antarctica, the relationship between the people who work there, and it ends up being a novel about stroke and about recovery and about the loss of language. It's a novel about the alien landscape of Antarctica and about the alien landscape of aphasia.
I'm a creative writing for Wellbeing facilitator, and I work with a wide variety of individuals and groups from all walks of life. My aim is to stimulate creativity and self-expression through writing to help foster resilience and well-being. I use a range of poetry, fiction extracts, art, music, and objects to help stimulate creative expression. I'm also talking to speech and language therapists to find creative ways to help meet the challenges that stroke survivors face.
So I'm not going to improvise because this is a writing exercise, but
but with writing for Wellbeing, there's no rules.
Okay,
so it's whatever works for you. So.
One of the things that really interested me and kind of excited me in the research was how there's no such thing as a kind of singular aphasia. There's, everybody's stroke, everybody's brain injury is different and affects different parts of their brain, and they respond to it in different ways and they recover in different ways. And language is so complicated, and language processing is so complicated that everybody experiences aphasia in different ways.
Poetry and metaphor offer a powerful medium via which to communicate a sense of possibility and hope.
Nottingham.
But I think it's one of the interesting things about writing, as one of the components of language, is that I got into writing as a young person because I found talking quite difficult. I often found myself stuck for words. I often found myself thinking of the right thing to say days later in social situations. And it was writing that gave me the time to think more clearly and think out without having that kind of pressure of the moment. And I think that's what's really interesting about using creative writing as a tool for people with aphasia.
We're looking forward to exploring how creative writing specifically targeted to people with brain injuries can be helpful too.